All right, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today, I'm going to be covering the Tier 7 Tech Tree Destroyer, the Gadjah Mada. I assume that's how you pronounce the name. It's also another Indonesian ship. This came, of course, with the ship request last time. I've covered the Siliwangi and the Irion, both of them from Indonesia. And so is the Gadjah Mada. It was requested in the comment in the Siliwangi. So if you want to request a ship for the next one, make sure to leave it in the comments. Try to request a ship that I have not covered yet. If I have covered it, I'll try to leave a link for it in the comments when you type that name. Try to ask for ships that I haven't covered yet, of course. But today we're going to cover the Gadjah Mada for Tech Trials. It is the Tech Tree Tier 7 Pan-Asian Destroyer. So it's available here in the Tech Tree Pan-Asia. It's available at Tier 7 for the Yu Yang line. I will be planning to cover Yu Yang in the future at some point. Not yet, but at some point I will. I have covered Chungmu already. So maybe I can cover Fushun and Shenyang as well as Yu Yang. But we'll see. So in the meantime, we're going to be doing Gadjah Mada because it was requested. So starting off with my commander build, we're going to run a standard Pan-Asian Destroyer build. So we're going to run Preventative Maintenance, Last Stand, Survivability Expert, Concealment Expert, Adrenaline Rush, Fill the Tubes, Swift Fish, and Main Battery and A Specialist. For equipment, we're going to run Prop Mod 1. We're actually going to run Torpedo Tubes Mod 1. And then we're also going to run Engine Boost Mod 1 and Main Armaments Mod 1. For the exterior camouflage for the Gadjah Mada, it actually has a pretty nice camouflage. This is, again, when Wargaming used to make very nice camouflages. Here it is. It looks pretty nice, actually. A simple design, but very nice indeed. And for those of you wondering, I covered it in the Irion video, but if you want to switch from the Pan-Asian flag, the Dragon, to the Indonesian, you click on the flag up here in exterior. You click down here, Naval Flags. You can flip from the Pan-Asian to the Indonesian flag. You can do that for any nation which has multiple flags. For ship characteristics, we have 17,600 HP. We've got 6 120mm guns, 4.8 second reload, 11.9 kilometer gun range. For torpedoes, we have 10 deepwater torps, 8 kilometer range. They do 15,000 damage, 67 knots, and 0.8 detection. Very stealthy torps indeed. Maneuverability, you go 37.8 knots. So not too fast, but you do get a nice little speed boost, which is pretty cool. You are a British destroyer, as you can tell by the look. But you do not have British acceleration because you came out before the British destroyers came out. For concealment, we have 6.1. So that is the Gadjah Mada. So let's go into the game in the Gadjah Mada. Alright, so here we are in the game in the Gadjah Mada. So we spawn on C flank, but there is a Laterable. Ho! He just took 5,000 damage from a Kaga. Dive bombers. Now, Kaga dive bombers, people always say they're pretty bad. This guy just got smashed by them. So I don't know. Are they really that bad, guys? I don't know. I don't play Kaga, but that's what all the Kaga players say. He just got smashed again. He's down to 12k HP. I wasn't actually planning on taking a trade with a Laterable because I do not have a heal nor French saturation. But if he keeps playing like this... if the Laterable comes around the corner, I would be able to... Thank you. I'm actually gonna lay smoke. Our CV laid a fighter here, so we can actually output some damage while staying in our smoke screen, which is nice. I want to minimize damage intake here, because we do not have a heal. We have 17,000 HP, which is quite good for tier 7. I mean, it's not super. Look at these arcs, though, how bad. If I were to be trading this guy in the open, I don't think I would beat him. I can barely hit him. I can't hit him, actually, in smoke. Also, our gun angles are really bad, so we're kind of staying full broadside here, which, honestly, we might actually take some torps because of that. So I might just leave. Oh, there's the first set. Unfortunately, I couldn't kill him, guys. The arcs are really bad on this on this ship. But they are British arcs, I guess. So, I mean, they're not going to be anything good. I can't shoot him anymore. He's too far away from me. I'm not going to be able to hit him. And there's a New Orleans over there for counter-strike for me. So I'll just die trying to... got him down at 12 kilometers. So Maybe our Kaga could finish him off. Unlikely though, because it is an open water Laterable. But since the Laterable got scared away, I likely can just go into the cap and cap it. The Implex rockets are just flying around. I think he wants to get me. I'm going to try get back to my Seattle really fast if possible. I did take a lot of damage there though. 3k. Now 3k might not seem like a lot, but we're going to need this damage HP later on. It is a bottom tier match, as you can see. So we need the HP later on to fight other things. Now he is trying to look for me, but I'm going to run into my Seattle. My Seattle is going to scare him out of my zone. So I should be relatively okay. We have to play this game a bit passive. And that's the thing with high tier matches like this. They might not be the best matches in the game. You know, it is what it is for most of you guys, even for me, you know. We have to play it slow. We have to play it slow, but it is what it is. And, you know, we need to not tilt out over it. Oh. He's coming for me because I'm in the cap, so he knows I'm in the cap. I am going to need to take a smoke here because I want to minimize damage from the Unhalt. The Unhalt might actually have guns on me here. I'm not 100% sure. He did have reload, but he didn't shoot me luckily. We're going to activate our anti-aircraft now. There is a King George coming, which is nice for me. That's actually really nice for me. We do have 8-kilometer torps though. So even though they're not super short range for tier 7, as we know Jervis has 7 kilometers. This one has 8, so they're not too restrictive overall. But they're not super range, you know. Some destroyers do get 10-kilometer range. But we're gonna have the additional, well, stealth on those torps, which is really nice. Hopefully the King George will just barge through the cap here. Like Alpha style. I don't think he will, but you never know. Anhalt does have torps, by the way. We have to keep that in mind. He did DCP. I want to try get a permafire on him. We're up to 16k damage, which is pretty bad. In 5 minutes. This captain does talk a lot. Might have to change the voiceover, dude. Okay, we got the permafire. Perfect. I'm actually gonna change the voiceover though because it's gonna blow my head off. Oh my god, it's so hard to find it. There. I don't like captains. Commanders, this is off topic. I don't like commanders when they talk every time you shoot. They're like, you shoot and they tell you you shot. It's like, bro, I know you don't need to tell me I shot every time, guys. You know? I don't know what's up with that, bro. What? I did standard, bro. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. Oh my. Well. It is what it is, guys. That's all we're gonna get. That's all we're gonna get. It is what it is. We're gonna actually go B here. Because I can't really do anything otherwise. We actually got that permafire on the Unhalt, but he actually DCP'd again. Because it took us so long to light that fire. He actually just DCP'd again. We're up to 34k damage. And I must say, I'm sorry I didn't use the torps yet. The reason I'm not going down here behind them was, well, the CV... I'm at risk of being spotted by the CV the entire time. And if I get spotted in front of the Unhalt KGV like that, I just die. Also, when we're torping from behind them like that, we're not really going to get good torpedoes, especially since the range is so limiting. We want to try to catch them sailing sideways to us and not away from us. And that's kind of one of the most important things, I guess, when it comes to torpedo destroyers. Now, I don't play torpedo destroyers much. They're not my personal strong suit, I must say. But... obviously I still have to play them because I have to play every ship in the game. And honestly, the best is when you can find someone who's sailing in a straight line like this for you, not someone who's walking away from you, realistically. I mean, that's fairly obvious, but you know, these videos are, like I said, for most players who are less experienced, who are looking for a guide, etc. And I feel like that's the most basic way to describe how we're gonna torpedo the King George V. I think here we actually have a good torp angle on the King George. I'm actually not gonna engage him with guns at all because I want to remain stealth here. I want to get that dev strike on him potentially. We probably might not dev strike him. We might have not given him enough lead on the torps, but we should land at least 2, which will be big damage. Again, these torps do 15,000 damage. We landed 3 on the first set, which... 4 on the first set, because we actually landed 1 on the Unhalt too.
And we're gonna land one on the second set on the King George, putting him down to 5k HP. So we actually smashed him there. Both of them, actually. He did shoot blind. He's probably mad at me, which is understandable, of course. We do have almost invisible torps. These are quite annoying for most players to deal with. If we could light a fire there, that would have been massive, because he would have just burned out, probably. But we did not light that fire. I'm trying to spot this unhalt. It is a CV game here. Oh! There's a Jupiter. I'm gonna rotate my guns. I'm sorry, CV. Oh, okay. Yeah. CV has actually played really well in terms of fighting their destroyers. This made this match relatively super easy. We didn't even have to deal with their destroyers at all this entire game, due to our CV, you know, spotting them and griefing them, which of course is really annoying, of course, in terms of in-game mechanics. But for us, for our win, it's very good. That we had an actual team player CV instead of a random never spot the DD CV, like me, you know, when I play CVs. Our smoke shooting's 2.5. I'm just gonna sit in the smoke and hope he dies to torps, and then I'm gonna engage the King George when I am able. He's gonna try to get torps off here, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna get our first kill of the game, which is nice. And looks like, I mean, we're just gonna win the game here. 126k damage. I don't think we'll get to the CV in time, so I think we should just go take a look at the score. Alright, so here we are. 126,342 damage, 115 shell hits, 8 torp hits, 1 kill, 2 capture, 2 caps, solo caps, 3 fires and a kill. For team score, we ended up getting top of the team, pretty nice, 2.2k base XP. Pretty good overall. I did compliment our CV, actually. He did play for the team overall, so I'm going to compliment our North Carolina as well for getting even higher than him. Detailed report, we got 53k on the Unhalt, and 64k on the King George, and 8k on the Laterable. We could have killed the Laterable if we aimed better at the start of the game, I must say, so that's on me. The game would have been much easier, but really, well, I mean, we still won. We dominated the game. Our team at least dominated the game. As you can see, 80k of our damage came from torps, and 29k plus 16k from guns. I say plus because it's with fires that are caused by the main guns. So that's around 45k from guns, not too bad. Credits and XP. Here it is. For my commander build, once again, I'm running preventative maintenance, last stand, survivability expert. Some of you asked me in what order I would run this build. I would probably run a preventative maintenance, last stand, and then it's kind of your option. I would say SC first, and then concealment expert, and then you take adrenaline rush, and then you take torpedoes, fill the tubes, and then you take speed maybe, or guns. That's your choice, and then speed. The last two are replaceable. Equipment, prop mod 1, torpedo tubes mod 1, engine boost mod 1, main armaments mod 1. This build you can use on Yu-Yang, so if you're just grinding a Yu-Yang captain on the line when you're just playing it, I think this build is usable on every single one of the ships up the tiers, so this is a pretty good build overall. In terms of what I think of the Gadjah, is it a good ship? I mean, it's alright, right? It's actually one of the fan favorites, one of the, I think, community's favorite ships, at least one of them, because it has those deep water torps at tier 7. It's honestly a pretty decent ship. Now, I do believe it got nerfed in the past, but it's still a pretty good ship overall, and I think you can still do well in it. As long as people are either pushing into you or are kind of moving parallel to you, you should be able to have a good time. If people are walking away from you the entire game, I don't think this ship is too playable, especially in tier 9 matches with radars that are long range. You're going to have a pretty hard time. But the ship is maneuverable, so you can move around. But still, the torp range limitation is gonna, you know, you need to keep that in mind. In the high tier matches, you're gonna have a pretty hard time. Anyway, that's pretty much the video here in Gadjah Mada. Let me know what you think of the ship. Let me know what ship you want me to feature next in the next video, please. Because a lot of people do not request ships. It helps me to pick the next ship, guys, when you request a ship. Make sure it's a ship I haven't picked already. I would greatly appreciate it if that's the case. But that's pretty much the Gadjah. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. And if you do want to support the channel, do leave a like and a sub. Guys, it's available for free. So thank you so much for whoever does leave a like and subscribes to the channel. And of course, leaves a comment. It helps me out a lot. And for those of you who want to go the extra mile, but you don't have to, there's a join button next to the subscription button. Now, I don't do sponsorships a lot, ever. Actually, I don't get sponsorships, apparently. So, we kind of have to do it legit here. If you do want to donate to me, guys, you don't have to. It's $1 a month. In the join section, you get a little badge next to your username when you comment, like a little shield. You also get some emotes from the Twitch. You get them on YouTube, which you can use on the comments as well. And also, you get a super container mission every month available in game. 50% of the profits from the $1 go to me. 50% go to Google. None of it goes to Wargaming, but you do get a super container mission in the game if you do click the join on my YouTube channel. You do need to make sure your account is linked, though, to the Wargaming account, your YouTube account. That's pretty much it, though. You don't have to do it. I need to say that, guys. You don't have to do it. But yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Big fan.